Welcome, everyone. Thanks for your patience while I dealt with technology issues. So I wanted to start off, by saying that, no problem. Detoxing our home, it seems to be like a heavy subject for a lot of people because I think a lot of people become emotionally attached to some of the products that they grew up with. So I'm just going to quickly share why we started to detox our home. So my son, who is 10 and a half years old now, when he was born, had a lot of health issues. And I was lucky enough to have a doctor basically tell me, it's everything that you're touching, everything that you're putting in your body, and the things that you have in your home that are, there's, if you, Adie, can you make me, there's some, I need to mute some people. Let's just see here. Let me see, oh, it let me, okay. Sorry, some background noise. So I needed to detox my home and my skincare because everything that I was touching and exposed to was making my child, my baby, sick. I was nursing, so everything that I touched went through my milk supply to him. So that really started my journey of really investigating what we actually use in our home, because what I didn't realize was how toxic the average household was. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Adie and to Sarah to go through some details on toxic exposure and why we should care.
Are you starting, Aid, or me?
Me. I just don't know where I'm at. There we go. Hi, everybody. Okay, my name's Adie. I've been using Young Living now for almost 2 years. And yeah, I'm not going to get into my whole story, but one of the reasons that I fell in love with this company was because of their amazing cleaning products. And I'm very passionate about what you're using in your own homes. And the last thing that anybody ever thinks about, sorry, so this is, I think, your part. Sorry.
It is. Okay, I'm continuing. The last thing anyone thinks that could be making them sick is their own home. But everyday products that we're using in our homes have such a detrimental effect on our health. As women, we are exposed to 515 chemicals a day. 80 of these toxic chemicals are in contact with the skin, mouth, or hair before breakfast. These toxins are hidden in our soaps, our shampoos, our hairsprays, makeup, but the worst toxins are in air fresheners, candles, laundry detergents, cleaning products, and our toothpastes. The problem with most of these products is that they contain chemicals that are endocrine disruptors that are affecting our hormones. Our hormones are responsible for a whole host of health-related issues in your body. Your reproductive system, your sleep and wake patterns, your metabolism, and how well your body's able to digest food and metabolize them so that you don't gain weight, and also for your emotions and how well you are able to adapt to stress and mood. So you can see that by using products that are endocrine disruptors, you'll have issues with your hormones and your energy levels, problems with your sleep and mood, and not being able to lose weight and having poor immunity. Endocrine disruptors are linked to known health issues, including reproductive health issues and developmental problems, thyroid impairment, certain reproductive cancers, and neurodevelopmental problems. Aid?
In South Africa, and I think in America it's exactly the same, there's absolutely no regulation when it comes to chemical products. It's like the Wild West, and companies don't have to disclose what ingredients they are using in their products. And there are over 3 million known chemicals, and only 1% of these chemicals have actually been tested. Only 2,938 personal care and home use chemicals have been tested. And they have found that 884 are toxic, 146 cause tumors, 218 cause reproductive complications, 778 cause acute toxicity, 314 cause biological mutations, and 376 cause skin and eye irritations.
And if that doesn't scare you, this statistic will. Stay-at-home moms and women who work from home are 54% more likely to die from cancer than women who don't work from home. And this is not okay. There are so many health dangers that are affecting our loved ones in our home. And even if you don't work at home all day, think about your children, your housekeepers, and your pets that are in your home all day.
And let's talk about our babies. Our babies are born with almost 300 chemicals in their cord blood, and 180 of these cause cancer. 270 of them cause brain damage. 208 cause abnormal development. And the skin of a baby is so much thinner than adult skin, so the chemicals are able to penetrate their skin so much easier. The blood-brain barrier of babies is also only fully developed at the age of 6 months. Therefore, the chemicals can easily penetrate the brain. They found that 82% of baby products contain formaldehyde, 67% contain something called 1,4-dioxide, which also causes cancer, and 61% contain both. The EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group, found that a huge amount of baby products contain toxic chemicals. 97% of baby bubble bath products, 95% of baby wipes, 91% of baby lotions, and 92% of baby shampoos.
Now we're going to talk about the dirty dozen. So Adie's going to show you the screen, and you can see, look how many, if you read through it, are endocrine disruptors and carcinogens. So I'm just going to focus on a few of the dirty dozen tonight. So the first toxin is fragrance. If you see this on a label, you need to run away. Other words to run away from are perfume or parfum. The word fragrance can include up to 300 toxic chemicals, but only be labeled as fragrance. The Environmental Working Group found that about 75% of products that list fragrance contain the hormone-disrupting chemical called phthalates, which are used to make the fragrance last longer and stick onto your skin longer. Phthalates can pass from the skin to the blood and are linked to many hazardous health conditions, such as lowered sperm count, liver and breast tissue, diabetes, and reproductive malformation. The EWG advises that consumers read the word fragrance or perfume and translate that to mean hidden chemicals. The second carcinogen, or the second toxin I'm going to mention, is triclosan. This is an antibacterial agent and preservative that's found in toothpaste, deodorants, shaving products, laundry soap, and household cleaners. It's best known for its germ-killing powers, and that's why it's in so many hand soaps and body washes. And according to the US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, triclosan has been found in the bodies of 75% of Americans. This exposure is due to the chemicals used in cosmetics and consumer products. The third toxin is sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, and sodium laureth sulfate, SLES. These are extremely common in everything from toothpaste to shampoo, mascara, acne treatments, and detergents. SLS is a foaming agent and behaves similarly to soap. And according to the EWG, SLS is a moderate hazard that has been linked to cancer, neurotoxicity, organ toxicity, skin irritation, and endocrine disruption. So what happens when our bodies get overloaded with these chemicals? These chemical synthetics are unable to break down naturally or to biodegrade, and they accumulate in our fatty tissue. And this is called bioaccumulation and is very unhealthy for us. It's very toxic. You may be getting a small amount in each product you use, but when you're using a little bit here in your toothpaste or your makeup and your deodorant and then cleaning your home with your chemicals, it all adds up in your bodies and becomes toxic. The worst thing that can happen is cancer. And then there are other symptoms such as lethargy, inability to focus, sleep trouble, chronic inflammation, unexplained pain, skin issues like adult acne, hot flashes, stress, and anxiety. And I always assumed that companies had to label their products correctly, that we could trust what was on a label. We assume that our government and product companies have our best interests at heart. But even cleaners and personal products that are marked as clean or pure or all natural or organic often contain ingredients that are endocrine disruptors. And this is called greenwashing. The EWG states that on a cleaning product, the word natural or organic can mean anything or it can mean nothing at all. There's absolutely no regulation, and they're allowed to hide behind their trade secrets. So they rarely disclose how much or how little of these ingredients are present in the products we use.
So let's take a closer look at typical household products, and not just only in South Africa, but in America as well, because it's the same for, I suppose, all over the world. So the first one is Sunlight Liquid, which is a dishwashing liquid, which is, I'm sure there are a million similar type products in America. And when you look at the ingredients at the back of a dishwashing liquid, you'll see fragrance, which, as Sarah has already said, you need to run away from. There's formaldehyde, which we all know is a known carcinogen. There's sodium hydroxide, which is corrosive and can cause severe burns in all our tissues and poses a threat to our eyes. Then if we look at something like an all-purpose cleaner, so in South Africa we have something called Dettol. So any all-purpose cleaner contains something called alkyl dimethyl-benzyl, and it causes contact dermatitis, it triggers asthmatic symptoms, it can cause eye and mucous membrane injuries from splashes or contact with the mists. And then there's ammonium chloride, and the fumes from the ammonium chloride can cause irritation, shortness of breath, coughing, nausea, headaches. And then our laundry detergents, which I think according to the EWG, next to fragrance candles, is the second worst on the list. And as you can see, it has perfume, which is the same as a fragrance. So again, run. And then they also contain something called optical brighteners. And optical brighteners are chemicals that manufacturers use in their detergents to make their laundry look whiter and brighter. And they do this by absorbing the UV rays from the sun and radiating them back to the human eye. But it's actually just a trick. And they don't actually remove discoloration. They just cover them up by enhancing the whiteness of the laundry. They're also not biodegradable, and they accumulate, and they pose a threat to our aquatic life. And they potentially can cause irritation in people with allergies and increase sun sensitivity. And the long-lasting effects of optical brighteners are still being studied and as yet have no clear results. And just to tell you a little story, that my boyfriend the other day put on a jersey that he had worn last winter, which he had taken to the laundromat, and he suffers from asthma, and he put on this jersey, which we could still smell, that smell from a laundromat, and he had an asthma attack. So it just goes to show that these toxins stay in your clothes for a very long time, and they can cause terrible reactions in the body. So we can do a few small, simple changes. And the first step is to become aware. And that is by joining our classes and learning about how toxins can affect your body. And there's some great resources, as we've been talking about the EWG. You can actually Google ewg.org. And if you click on Skin Deep, they have a database of about 70,000 different products. So if you want to know if your products are good to use or bad to use, you can actually just Google those products. And then there's an app called Think Dirty, which you can download onto your phone. It's mostly American based, but they do also have some South African products. And the app gives you a reading from 0 to 9, where 9 is very toxic. So they will give you scan the barcode at the back of your product, and it will give you a reading, and you can see whether these ingredients are good or bad to use. The second step is to eliminate. And that means throwing your toxins away in the rubbish bin. And it doesn't mean you have to do it all at once. You can do it in stages, or if you're like me, when I heard about all these things, I just took a big garbage bag and chucked everything out. But you can choose how you want to eliminate. But that's the second step. And then the last step is to choose products and things to clean your home and use on your bodies that you know are safe, and replace the items in your house that you use, that items used on those most susceptible.
Okay, so we've scared you a lot, and now we're going to offer you our solution. So on the screen, you can see the Thieves Essential Oil, which is one of Young Living's signature blend. It's the most amazing blend of antiviral, antiseptic, antibacterial, and anti-infectious essential oils. It was created from research based on legends about a group of 15th century thieves who rubbed oils on themselves to avoid contracting the plague, while they robbed the bodies of the dead and the dying. And when apprehended, the thieves were forced to tell what their secret was and disclose to the formula of herbs, spices, and oils they used to protect themselves in exchange for a more lenient punishment. Thieves Essential Oil forms the basis of all of Young Living's household cleaning products, as well as their oral care products. So let me introduce you to this bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner. It's a completely natural and non-toxic cleaner and is made out of plants and essential oils. The oils found are the same oils found in Thieves Essential Oil, which are clove, cinnamon bark, rosemary, lemon, and eucalyptus radiata. These oils are powerfully antiviral, as I said, antibacterial, and antiseptic, and it really smells absolutely delicious. You can use the Thieves Household Cleaner on virtually every surface or any surface in your home. It's safe, it's skin-friendly, and your home will emanate a clean, fresh, warm, and welcoming scent after each use. Another huge bonus in using the Thieves Household Cleaner is that when you use plant-based biodegradable products, there is zero impact on the environment, and that is huge and so important. Thieves Household Cleaner is very, very affordable. It's ultra concentrated, so you just add 1 capful to water, or depending on your ratios. 1 bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner makes about 30 spray bottles, which are about 500 mils each. So that is going to last you a really, really long time. It actually works out for, in South Africa, to be 11 Rand 41 a spray bottle. So that is really, really very inexpensive. I think in America, it's 76 cents a spray bottle. And Thieves, it's a multi-purpose cleaner. So you can use it to clean your floors, your kitchen, your bathroom, your windows, absolutely anything in your home. And we're going to show you amazing DIYs tonight by some of our amazing friends. And I just wanted to say that you can now go and say goodbye to all your toxic, horrible cleaning products that are under your sink and just say hi to just 1 neat bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner. And now we're going to go on to all the DIYs, which is the very exciting part of the class.
So I will start. My name is Emily, and I have my bottle of Thieves here. It was, my background is taking over. It was one of the first products that I bought with Young Living, and I think I've had this bottle for 3 years, which either says a lot about how effective it is, or efficient, or how little I clean. I'm going to go with the former. But it was one of those things where I think it took me a little while to actually start using it, because the DIY thing, I was new to it. But once I started, I am so hooked on it. This is my little blue spray bottle that I use for everything. It's just, the recipes are posted and we'll share. My particular setup that I have, I just use my little measuring cup and do 15 milliliters of the Thieves and 400 milliliters of water. And although there are very specific other formulations you can do, I use this on my window to, my dog noses gets on the windows as he's watching the squirrels and the mailman. So I use it for that, and then I turn around and spray the table and wipe that off and the counters And my daughter just recently started cooking and using a hand mixer. So that has been, this Thieves Cleaner has been a lifesaver for the chocolate that I find on the countertops in the cabinets. And I love it so much that when I travel, I bring some with me as well, so that when I'm wiping down surfaces, I know it's clean, but on top of that, it brings that smell, the wonderful, comforting smell that I love about my clean home with me. And then I don't have a kitchen to share with you right now, but I think Shelly is going to show us the magic of Thieves in person right now.
Thanks, Emily. Yes, I made chops and chips and pumpkin and all lots of stuff to try and get to demonstrate with you. I just hope that I can get to show you everything. But first I want to show you my DIY in cleaning my fruit, which I ordered today and haven't cleaned yet. So what I do is I've already put in my basin the Thieves Cleaner, and I add in 3 drops of the lemon oil, because lemon oil helps to shine up your fruit and veg and actually makes it last longer. And I've also already added 2 drops of Thieves and the household cleaner, just to make sure that my fruit and veg is very clean. So I'm going to let that soak for a little bit, and I have already been soaking up my fruit and veg over here so that I can get to show you all the muck and stuff that gets left behind. So I'm going to pour this into here, and we're just going to let that rest for a little bit, and then I'm going to take you over to the back of the glass of where my stove is, so I can get to show you the Thieves Cleaner that Emily was talking about and how effective it is. I'm not sure if you can see all of the oil that's at the back of here, but I use my kitchen cleaner that Emily was talking about, and all I do is I just wipe it, and it's just so quick. You would think you'd put a lot of elbow grease into it, but you actually don't. So I wipe everything down, and you can feel the oil at the back of the glass as you take over your cloth. And then I just take Colton wrap, I'm not sure what you call it in America, and I just give it a quick rub. I'm not going to be that effective right now for the sake of time, so I hope you guys understand. But you can kind of see, I hope you could see the oil on my stove at the back here on the glass. But there's really not much elbow grease involved in it. And from what I'm looking at, it's actually good, and I haven't even done that much of a real good clean. And then Sam's going to be talking to you about the Thieves Scrub, and my oven top over here is full of oil, and I just take my Thieves Cleaner like this, and if I have gotten a bit of stains on the top of my on the top of my stove cleaner, I would just add a bit of Thieves Cleaner. But I actually don't think I even need the Thieves Cleaner at the moment. But look how effective it is in cleaning. I don't know if the light is causing an illusion, but it really isn't a lot of elbow grease involved in cleaning and making the kitchen cleaner that Emily was talking about. And that, not 100% clean like I would like it to do, but for the purpose of this demonstration, all the oil is actually gone. And now we're going to go back over to where the fruit cleaner was, the DIY cleaner for all your fruit and veg. And I'm going to show you I put it in a white container. I don't know if it's going to see the little particles that are left behind. Let me try it in the glass. You can kind of see everything that's left behind from the blueberries, and that was just a 500 gram of blueberries. And I also absolutely love my Thieves window lean cleaner, which all you need is your vinegar, and I do 3 drops of purification in a spray bottle like this, and I apply 1 teaspoon of this into my container and add water, and off I go. And I can guarantee you that it cleans your windows so beautifully. In South Africa, we call it window cleaner. I'm not sure what you call it in the US, but it cleans better than the window lean that I used to use, and it's not so much elbow grease. I just simply wipe and it all comes away. So those are the DIYs that I have used with this little bottle of Thieves Cleaner, which is absolutely amazing. And you are experiencing amazing smells, and you are not getting all the toxin buildup in your body or leaving the toxins behind when you come back into the kitchen the next day and your family's not being exposed to it. So that's me. Sorry, so quick. I hope it was effective, and I'm passing on to Deb.
Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So I'm going to teach you how to make a jewelry cleaner today. So all you have to do is, I'm a jar girl. I collect jars. It's quite sad actually, but anyway, it's one of those things that I do. So I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of Thieves Cleaner. This is how effective this is. I'm also going to tell you that I arrived from the States. I used to use Young Living for, how long? Since 2004. I can't do 2 things at once. It's pathetic. Also, do you know that there's this little hole in the middle here? That you don't, I just make a little pinprick over there, and so I can just measure it out perfectly so it doesn't all splush out at once. So I'm just going to put in 1 teaspoon of Thieves Cleaner into my little jar. Anyway, I was just telling you, I'll tell you afterwards, because I can't do it all at once. Here's the 1 teaspoon of bicarb, which is going in. Then I've got my lemon, because lemon for the rescue. And if you don't know already, you throw lemon under your tongue with a drop of frankincense. Happy, happy days. So 5 drops of this. Anyway, I used my Thieves Cleaner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I used my Thieves Cleaner. I brought a huge Thieves Cleaner back from the States with me for 7 years. Okay, just heads up. That's how long it lasts. And then I'm going to use half a cupful of water. And I'll put some gross revolting, not revolting, but just some jewelry in here. My late mother's diamond ring, which could use a bit of a zhuzh up. This lovely little ring. And then these earrings, which I love. I have to also tell you what I did. These earrings, which I love. And then you close it and you just shuffle it around. You just like mix it around, and then at the end of this call, I'll come back and I'll show you how fabulous it is. But I also wanted to tell you that the Thieves Spray, I recently unpacked all my jewelry and put it on a beautiful jewelry stand that I have. And what I did was I cleaned most of it, but some of it I just hung up there like the earrings. And I'm very susceptible to getting, I don't know, I just get like every now and then I get sore in my ear, and then I put like, if you're not using 100% silver or whatever, and I love my jewelry. So I spray Thieves on it. Fabulous, you guys. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm telling you, no owies, no nothing. And you smell cool too. And plus it's helping your immune system. So, I mean, it's just like, seriously, bicarb is baking soda, M. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. You can already see it's going a bit crappy. Okay, so Thieves is just my absolute best. Like I promise you, I just absolutely love it. It's a product that every single person needs to have in their home. There is nothing that you can't do with Thieves. If you think about something, you want to clean something, the first thing I do is Thieves. I've got a new puppy, as you can hear, and I've already made a spray for when she pee-pees in the house and stuff like that. I just spray the thieves everywhere. Fabulous smell. No more poopy smell. No more pee-pee smell going through a wad of newspaper, but everything's good. And also it's safe for her. You know, I got her and then she had to have her last shot. So it's safe for them. I felt absolutely nothing. I also use lavender and peace and calming under her feet at night, which is a win. Okay, the next thing I can talk to you for hours, guys, because I love Young Living. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to talk to you is about the dish soap. This is the bomb. I have used this dish soap for so many things, not just my dishes. No, that's the thing. This stuff, you can use it for everything. I clean my glasses with a hand foaming soap. I clean my bottles, when I finish my bottles, I clean the outside with a bit of lemon, and if it's really sticky, then I just throw some foaming soap or some dishwashing soap and it comes off. So it's all about experimenting. You can't really hurt anything. So thieves for me is just, it's the bomb, man. All hail thieves. Amen. Okay, so dish soap. So it comes, it's in a big bottle, and I like to dilute mine. When I say diluted, I push it into different, like I put it in thirds or quarters or whatever. A huge thing, heads up, do not throw your bottles away. Your empty bottles, do not throw them away. The dish soap, the thieves, you just go and you buy 90% of the spray bottles and stuff actually fit onto this thieves. So just honestly, I mean, I have gifted so many people thieves household cleaner in the thieves household cleaner bottle because I've been using it for years. So anyway, here's what I do. I got my empty bottle. I just open up this one. Oh, it smells good, eh? It smells so good. Why do you want to use that other rubbish, man? You don't. Anyway, I do one of these and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, dancers only know how to count to 8, eh? Just so you know. Ellie, you can attest to that, I'm sure. So I do that, but I also do a little trick. Funnel. I put a cap full of thieves into mine because why not? Why not? You're going to clean properly. So I put a cap full of thieves into mine. Hold on a second. Very methodical with my little funnel. And then I also add lemon because why not? Oh, it's so good. I put in like 5 drops of lemon and then I just add water. I have to get up and go and get the water, so I didn't bring that. But I add water and I fill it all the way to the top, guys. And then I put it onto my scrub. Okay, I've got one of these hemp scrubs. I bought a gazillion back from the States with me, Ellie. So I've got a hemp scrub here that I've had for ages, and I use this. So you don't need the foam. So people who like to have foam, I know there are a lot of people in their dishes. They love to have foam, and then it's clean, and then everything's clean. Absolute rubbish. I take this, I throw my thieves cleaner onto it, and it foams. It foams onto your stuff. And then you clean it. A bit of hot water, Bob's your auntie, baby. And that's the way it's done. It's like that simple. And you know all that junk that sits under your sink? I don't have that junk anymore. I've got vinegar, bicarb, and thieves. That's all I've got underneath there. The scrubs, everything, and you'll learn how to make everything tonight. Who am I handing over to? To Sam. Am I handing over to Sam? Sammy, it's you, baby. Off you go, my Cancerian girl.
Thanks, Deb. I actually wanted to also say I saw on someone on Instagram this week said that they wash their hair with thieves dish soap. So I'm going to try that. Can you guys see over here? I'll bring it a bit closer. So I'm making a soft scrub, which is amazing for cleaning toilets, dirty stovetops, ovens. If you have like a stain on your counter, on your like granite, this works wonders. So I use a cup full of, and you can do half a cup, you can do a whole cup, however much you need for whatever you're cleaning, but I like to make it in big batches now so that I've always got some in the cupboard. So a cup full of that. And then I do 2 cupfuls of Thieves Household Cleaner. One, 2, and 10 drops of lemon essential oil, which is amazing for degreasing and all of those things. And then you just mix it all together till it forms like a paste. And use a little bit on whatever you need to clean, and it's amazing. So I then transfer this into a glass jar, and I keep it sealed in the cupboard, and we use it for whatever we need that needs just a little bit of, like Shal was saying, something that needs a little bit more elbow grease. You would just add a bit of this to your spray bottle. And then I'm also going to, you're not going to add it to your spray bottle, you're just going to add it straight to the counter or the toilet or whatever you're cleaning. I'm also talking to you tonight about oral care. So there are amazing products within the Thieves range to clean your teeth with. Before we had the toothpaste available in South Africa, I actually made my own. So again, I used bicarb. So I just use a little jar like this with bicarb in it. And then to that, I would add like 10 to 15 drops of Thieves essential oil, because I like it to be strong and really make my mouth feel clean. And then I'd also add orange essential oil to that, because that helps with whitening your teeth. But then we got the Thieves toothpaste in South Africa, so I occasionally use that if I feel like I need like a good scrub, but this toothpaste works amazingly. So there's the Thieves Aroma Bright, which is a little more gentle than the Thieves whitening toothpaste, and in gentle I mean like my 2-year-old daughter brushes her teeth with this. Deb taught me a trick a while ago that this is great as an underarm deodorant. So I now use it as my underarm deodorant as well. So it's my daughter's toothpaste, my underarm deodorant, and then my husband and I brush our teeth with the whitening toothpaste, which really, I've noticed a little bit of a difference in my teeth already, that they are actually a little bit whiter, and I've probably been using it for about 2 months. And then the Thieves mouthwash is super strong. So if you would like to, you can actually dilute that as well. So I do it, some people do it by the third, I just do it in half. And this you can mix it just with water, but last month I actually topped it with colloidal silver, which is part of the base of the mouthwash. My 2-year-old daughter also, she calls it her mouth rinse. She wants to use the mouth rinse. And I'm not worried about her swallowing it because there's no chemicals in it, so it's not going to be dangerous for her. And then they also do a dental floss, which is really thin, so it kind of gets into places that thicker dental floss doesn't get into, and it's got that delicious cinnamony kind of thievesy taste. And that's it in terms of oral health. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is, since I've been using Thieves, I've also started using a tongue scraper, which is like the most disgusting thing ever, but I think it's really important for your oral health to clean your tongue properly. So add that. If you're not doing it already, start scraping your tongue, because it's really important for like fresh breath, for all of those things. Yeah, enjoy cleaning your mouth. I think I'm handing over to Alison. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Sam. I'm going to be talking about 2 things, stain remover and a furniture polish. So let me just own up to it. We are messy. I have a son with special needs who is always spilling stuff, and we work a lot outside. So we've always got grass stains and things on it. So, you know, I used to use something we have here called spray and wash, and there's different brands. But as soon as I started looking through the Environmental Working Group has a database and you can look things up, and it was rated an F in terms of toxicity. And I'm thinking, and I was spraying everything, just spraying all over. So I decided to stop right then. So now I make my own. So let me show you. It's really easy to do. This is the bottle I use. You can also do it in a roller ball if you'd like. If you have a few stains and you just want to rub it on a collar or you spill some wine or whatever. But I use a spray bottle. This is a 4-ounce spray bottle, which is, I believe, about 120 milliliters. So first thing I do, I put a teaspoon, let me get my teaspoon here, teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide. Let me get my little, let's see here, my little funnel. So I put a teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide. I put 2 teaspoons of the Thieves Household Cleaner. I didn't know about the dot, Deb, so I'm going to probably make a mess here. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of this. This is going to be a strong one because we get those grass stains, as you probably know, are hard to get out sometimes. I put a teaspoon of Thief soap, the same one that we were just talking about earlier. So a teaspoon of that. And then I put 4 drops of, once again, our lemon oil. So we put 4 drops in there. 2, 3, 4. And then the rest, I'm going to put my little funnel back on and add water, just some purified water to the top. And there we go. I have a great, I shake it every time, put my little spray bottle on it, my spray top, shake it, and then you've got a great stain remover for your laundry. So that's one I use all the time. The other one I wanted to talk to you about is a furniture polish. And it started, I had some old pieces of furniture that we had stored up in our barn. And it had been many, many, many years. And although I had it covered, some mildew had gotten on the furniture. And it just had that musty smell. It was a little desk that I had. And I wanted to use it. It had a terrible musty smell. We got it down. The first thing I did, I sprayed it with Thieves Household Cleaner, the same one that I use in my kitchen, and got rid of the smell, but I wanted to clean it up. It had a lot of scratches because it was so old. So I came up with this recipe, which I just love. This is, once again, this is about a 1/2 cup. So again, about 120 milliliters. I have these little tins that I like. So I take my tin, I fill it up with my organic, can y'all see here? My organic coconut oil. I just put it in the tin. And then, and also, as we talked earlier, you know, the furniture polish, again, you can look it up, highly toxic, and not just for you, but for your animals as well. So I decided to get rid of all that kind of stuff. So I fill this up, then I put in it, seeing a pattern here, 3 to 4 drops of lemon. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put a drop of Thieves oil because I want to make sure that I didn't get any of that smell back and keep it out. And this is so clean. It just smells so good. So I put, actually, that's 2, but that's okay. And then all you do is stir it up. And you stir it up, and then I take a little microfiber cloth that I have. And when I'm ready to do my furniture, just take a little bit, you don't need a lot, and rub your furniture. And what was great about this, the little scratches, because I was even debating on just stripping it and refinishing it, and I was shocked. I wish I had it here, but we took it to another little lake house we have. Yeah, all the scratches are gone. It is shiny. It's the most beautiful piece of furniture. So I keep that stored and then use that on my furniture. So that's my 2 hacks that I use. I think I'm going to turn it over to wrap it up to Allie.
I'm actually going to hand it to Shelly because you got to see the end result of her strawberry wash.
Shell, you're on mute still.
I put the video on.
Eager beaver, sorry. So look how beautiful the strawberries look. They look absolutely delicious. Like you just want to eat them. They're just so shiny and yummy. And I've cleaned them of everything. And I drained what was left inside here. You can see all the muck and everything. And then I'm going to just take you over to the basin and just show you what was left just from the strawberries. And all I did was my Thieves dish soap, my Thieves cleaner, 2 drops of lemon and 2 drops of Thieves, just to make sure all those germs were off of them and nice and easy to clean so my family could just grab them out of the fridge. And I thought that I'd show you how beautiful my stove looks. All with just Thieves cleaner, and I didn't even use my Thieves scrub today. It looks magnificent. Sometimes I overcook and things go over, and that Thieves scrub that Sam was talking about is the most magnificent thing I have ever come across. It cleans better than Handy in South Africa. It is the best, and you're not consumed with all those chemicals and feel sick. And look how beautiful the back of my glass looks. I'll turn the lights off. Okay, there we go. Look how beautiful that looks. Thieves cleaner, 1 cupful, water in there. I promise you the stuff is the bomb. I've been cleaning my house myself since March, and my house has never been cleaner. Even my floors, I take a bucket, put 2 cups fulls of Thieves into my floor to clean my floors, and I actually add a bit of the Thieves scrub. I don't know why, but it just makes me feel like it's cleaning a little bit better. It just seems to glide the dirt off a lot, and my floors look spectacular. My house feels amazing, and I add orange or lime or citrus fresh. I'll show you my floors. I'm very proud that I have been doing this all on my own and with me and my Thieves. I shouldn't be saying I'm doing it all on my own, because Thieves has been my right hand and been the best investment in my house. And thank goodness for lockdown, because I've really learned to experiment, and I can guarantee you this will be the next best thing since sliced cheesecake for you. Thanks, guys.
Shelly, and I have to tell just a super quick story, is that I got to stay with Shelly on my 2nd visit to South Africa, and she had not adopted Thieves yet. And she was fully into all of the chemical cleaners, and she wasn't fully bought into all the things. And I finally had to go to her and beg her to take that. What do you call those toilet things?
I've actually forgotten, Ellie, but it's the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my house after you, were so repulsed by it. I was like, I've got to get rid of this stuff.
It's like a fragrant, sticky thing that goes into the bottom of the toilet.
Some toilet fragrance. I can't even remember the name. It's actually dropping a tablespoon of this in my toilet, and then I add vinegar into it, and it's just all like a volcano. It starts erupting in my toilet, and I'm like, ooh, it's cleaning, yay.
Well, so let me just tell you, it was so fragranced, and I'm so sensitive now to synthetic fragrance, and I had been traveling, mind you, for 40 hours, and I had not had a real toilet in 40 hours, so I needed to do some emptying in that toilet, and I could not breathe to go to the bathroom, and I was trying to go to the bathroom like this, and I finally was like, Shelly, can you get this out of the toilet so I can go? It's horrible. I can't breathe. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So the point is that things have come a long way in your house, Shelly. I know you're a total lover and believer now. And I think I was supposed to, my responsibility when I first started, and I was so frazzled with having to restart my Zoom, is I didn't even tell the story of Thieves. I'm just going to briefly tell you that the blend of Thieves in general is because of the Black Plague, is that there are historical writings about this group of spice traders that was stuck at port because they were not allowed to leave because of quarantine during the plague. Does this sound really familiar right now? It's kind of crazy that history is repeating itself, right? Except that a lot less people are dying of this one. So anyway, the point is that this band of spice traders was robbing dead and dying people who had the plague, and they did not get sick. And the reason is that they rubbed this blend of spices on their body to protect themselves from the plague, which is why it's really important to have yourself some thieves right now. And so that is, the blend is rosemary, clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and cinnamon is in this blend. So I actually, in the States, we can get these little dropper things. And we had the lovely virus go through our house. And so I put one of these droppers on here so I could dose my spouse, my husband, who was not feeling very well. And it's just super easy. You can put it under his tongue, but it's a great way that you can make recipes with it too. These little droppers are kind of fun. But my responsibility was to talk about a hand sanitizer. I have to be honest with you, I used to make my hand sanitizers, and now I buy Young Living's because I really like theirs. And they have two different kinds. They have like a gel that has an aloe base, and then they have a spray that has an alcohol base, and both of them are great. You can also make your own. And I know there's a lot of discussion around how much alcohol content is in your hand sanitizer. But what I will tell you is that we're not actually relying on the alcohol to keep the germs away. We're relying on the plants to do that. So I don't really worry so much about how much alcohol goes into my DIY hand sanitizer. There's tons of recipes, but one of my favorites, oh, my phone just, I had a graphic pulled up that has a great hand sanitizer recipe, but it has the Thieves Household Cleaner in it. Which I have here. It has a little bit of witch hazel. It has a few drops of thieves, and it has a few drops of lemon, and then the rest is water. And I will share that recipe. Sorry, I have a big dog barking. I'll share that recipe with our chat, and I'll send it out to you guys if you would like to DIY your own. But that is my favorite so far that I found, because I find it quite moisturizing. Sorry, yelling at the dog to stop barking. But I wanted to open it up for questions. I'm going to put myself on mute because I have 200-pound dogs barking at a squirrel or something outside. So I'm clearly going to have nose prints all over the window that I'll clean with.
Ellie, can I just show you how beautiful my jewelry looks? Check this out. So I just also wanted to tell you, because Anna and I spoke about this, I've got some gems on my jewelry. This is a very precious bracelet for me. My friend Melanie gave it to me, and she's no longer with us, so I absolutely love it. And it's got all sorts of little trinkets in it, but it's really shining. And then my mom's diamond ring is just going absolutely off berserk crazy here. And then this one, which I love, and then my yummy African, what's it, American, yeah,
Dream catcher, right?
Check the water. Okay, just saying, I wear this ring every single day, and I wear this a lot. So I mean, I am using hand sanitizers on your hands and all that kind of stuff. Sam, did you want to take a picture of the water? Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, so that, guys, it's the bomb. The jewelry cleaner is literally the bomb. I mean, just thieves. Just thieves. And you know what? You know how much money you save by not walking down those ridiculous aisles and I need this and I need that? No. You just get that and you're fine. That's it. You just don't need anything else.
And meanwhile,
that's just one of the biggest things. I can't walk down the aisles. I want to throw up, man.
I know. You get so used to your body being detoxed that you become sensitive when someone tells me something is naturally scented. I'm like, no, that's not.
No, it's not.
You know, but the fact is that you save so much money because everything that Young Living makes is so concentrated. We didn't even talk about laundry soap. You can make your own, but honestly, the Thieves laundry soap is awesome. I mean, can you see this? It's like the size of my head, and this does 64 loads of laundry. This is and big loads of laundry. So everything that Young Living does is extremely concentrated. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the green cleaning on a quarantine budget. And I'm gonna